Salibonani, Makadini, welcome to the Girls Table podcast. My name is Vivian Mlea. Namhla ngilodadewethu lapha enzabe ngixoxisana laye. Ngicela uzi-introduces.
Okay, ngiyabonga. Mina igama lami nguMonalisa Moyo. Ngiyabonga ithuba elingiphe lona.
Okay, siyakwamukela Mona Lisa. So today we are going to be discussing the effects of drug abuse to young ladies in Zimbabwe. Mona Lisa, from your own understanding, ngokuzwisisa kwakho, what is drug abuse? What are drugs? What is drug abuse?
Okay, from my own point of view, drug abuse is just an excessive use of psychoactive drugs such as alcohol, pain medication, or illegal drugs. It can lead to physical or social emotional harm. So, however, other people also consider it as just a repeated use of substance and increased tolerance, which paves the way of substance use disorder and addiction. For example, alcohol and also pain pills, like I had highlighted. To say maybe you are sick, maybe you were injured, maybe you had an accident, maybe, and then you have pain pills that you're taking, and then during that process you end up taking them even when you no longer need to be taking them, and then at the end of the day you are addicted to those pills and you need them every day for you to cope. That's what happens with drug abuse.
Okay, that's interesting. Ukuthi ama-drugs is not only like ama-drugs esiwajayeleyo nje ngulani lani, but it can also be prescription tablets ukuthi umuntu cannot cope without a painkiller. That's interesting. What are the signs that someone is abusing drugs?
Okay, nenyanga unanzelele abanye bafikelwa yikutshontsha because ama-drugs ajayele ukuthi avele ayabiza, maybe butshwala obudulayo oyabe ubufuna, kumbe zimbanje, kumbe intshengo nje okuchilo. So at the end of the day, that person is forced to steal if they are not working. Uthole nxa usendlini uthole umuntu usethethe isitshebo wathengisa, kumbe sethethe i-TV wathengisa because ufuna ukwenzani, ufuna imali. And then the other challenge that you can see, isign ongayibona, indlela umuntu akhuluma ngayo, uyazimangala ukuthi ama-jokes banina la sobonke umuntu lo kukhona okunye akunathileyo kungayisikho.
So too much.
So too much. And then okunye i-overall appearance, most of the time into ezinjengokubhema, amanye ama-drugs, they make you lose appetite to eat. So physically you become weak, uyalose weight. And then okunye amehlo ababomvu, ikakhulu utshwala lokubhema lokhu. Uyamangala ukuthi kanti usisi lo kuhamba njani, sibona ukuthi hayi kusho ukuthi khona okunye aseku-abuse.
Okay. Ngokubona kwakho, what are the causes of drug abuse?
Okay, most of the ladies, sometimes they are depressed, maybe the boyfriend ayisayenzanga kade kupromisile, or maybe in the family I don't know what's happening, and that person is depressed and they're like, let me just drink alcohol for me to be stable. And then after 5 months you realize every time when they're not stable they just buy one bottle, and now they buy two, they buy three, and then at the end of the year they need that alcohol, or they need that bottle every day. They are now addicted. So what causes it is because that person maybe is depressed and they are trying to get out of that. And then the other cause is just stress and inability to cope. Maybe there's something that maybe you lose a parent. During that process you want to forget whatever is happening, and then you're like, let me just take those drugs. Maybe it's a friend influencing you to say, you know what, mina vele ngiyathi ngiyaphonga ukubhema, you forget, your nerves will just be numb, you won't think about anything, but they forget that the following day you will be back to normal. So at the end of the day that person is addicted. And then the other cause is just low self-esteem. So for someone to boost their confidence, they just ngiphonga ukubhema one, and then after 2 years for you to have that confidence usufana ubheme, and then you're now addicted, asokwanisa ukuphuma. And then okunye is-social pressure. Maybe all amangani bakho as a lady, everyone is uyabhema, they're like, what, Akusikho here ungasala wedwa. So now you want to be part of that team. Then at the end of the day, you end up usebenzisa lawa ama-drugs. And then academic pressure, I've seen it in university that people use like drug one or switch just ama-energy drinks to ukuthi angajumeke bala laphana belala bekhangela usuku bonke benatha. But after that time seqedile even ukubala sepasile, they continue, they are now addicted. And then okunye lack of parent and child communication, that child doesn't have anyone to talk to, so and then they are forced to be doing something, and some of them they end up doing drugs. Yeah.
That's interesting. So what are the effects of drug abuse in their health or in their social life?
Okay, drug abuse can cause family breakups. Let's say for example ngumama ulomuzi wakho, and then every time you're just drunk, you don't have time to concentrate to say, let me cook for my kids, let me iron, let me do this. And then at the end of the day, that family will break up because you need, every family needs a stable mother. You cannot run a home when you are abusing drugs. And then the other effect, it can create social problems such as drug driving, violence, stress, and child abuse. Uthi umzali esephonga utshaya umntwana into engela order ngenxa yokuthi udakiwe. Drug abuse can also lead to homelessness, crime, and missed work, and problems with keeping a job. Because umuntu uyabe edakiwe sephonga utshinga emsebenzini ongela order, they do many mistakes. If you are driving vele ngama-accident wodwa. So that's another effect of drug abuse. And then okunye okokugcina nje abo omama, it harms unborn babies and it destroys families. Imagine umkakho sesitshela esibeletha umntwana lo njani usefile esiswini because of ukuthi ubebhema, umntwana sezalwe leminye imikhuhlane. It destroys the family because it's something that it was in your control, and then you decided let me do drugs, and then now you're destroying your family. So yeah, that's the other challenge that comes with drug abuse to ladies.
Yes, that is so true. And sometimes umuntu ugcine segula eselamanye ama-diseases that you could have controlled, sudomnye imkhuhlane engasayelaphekiyo just because you've been abusing drugs. Okay, so as a community, how best can we assist someone ole drug abuse problem? Kumbe nguyini esingakwenza to encourage young ladies to stop abusing drugs?
Okay, the first way as a community to help young ladies is for us to create rehab centers, because some addictions, they cannot be just stopped immediately. So maybe that person should be taken outside from the community, ayehlala ku-rehab center khonapha. So as a community, that those centers should be created. And also indawo ezinjengama-bottle stores, there is age restriction, so there will be need ukuthi ama-bottle store amonithwe, kungaphongi ukuthi abantu bayenza imali, kube le monitoring, abantu abancane be-check izithupha nxa bengena laphana. That can reduce the number of people who get addicted to those drugs because babe bengela access. And also as a community, you can create activities for ladies like ama-games, kube lama-netball challenges, kube even le-gym, indawo ibe lama-gym, abantu be-exercise, umuntu ebekwazi nxa stressakala enganathi ehambe ejoga, because that you can release stress even through jogging. And also as families, you can also encourage abantwana bethu ukuthi njani bengasebenzisa ama-drugs. Even as a friend, we should also help our friends who are abusing drugs, be there for them. Yes. And then also as an individual, like singasakhangela i-community, umuntu nalo o-abuser la ama-drugs, they have to also assist themselves by they should know the trigger ukuthi maybe nxa umuntu omarried wabukwazi ukuthi ubaba walapha endlini engantshingela yikho kwenza ukuthi ngize ndakho. Then you do something about it. Don't be available in those places where you know there are drugs there. So then that would be you reducing temptation yokusebenzisa ama-drugs. And also learning how to cope without using drugs. Instead of you going to drink, then you decide, let me just run. You just jog around, use my exercises. You go to church, meet other ladies, talk about your challenge. Yeah, find other ways to solve your problem than going to drugs.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mona Lisa. It was enlightening. I hope usizwile, ladies. The other thing ukuthi khona when we are stressed, when izinto zingawuhambeli kuhle, do not resort to drugs. You can talk to people, you can talk to your friends, you can talk to your relatives. There are many organizations that you can approach instead of resorting to drugs, because drugs destroy our lives. Thank you so much.